The Rush 72 bag by 511 Tactical is absolutely loaded with fantastic features. Let's take a closer look. I have here with me a brand new Rush 72 backpack from 511 Tactical. Now, these backpacks are marketed for a more tactical usage kind of, but I'm going to approach this from a different angle. I'm going to approach this backpack from a hunting angle because that's why I bought this backpack and that's what I use these backpacks for. One disclaimer before I get going is I just want to let you know I am not sponsored by 511 Tactical. I did not get this backpack for free. I love their bags. I have been using them for years. I also love their clothes. As you can see, I have a 511 shirt on. It's a great company. They make quality products. That's why I don't mind spending my money on them and reviewing them on here. This backpack is brand new. I had one of these backpacks though for, I don't know how many years I had it, until it got wet on a camping trip and I dried it out a little too close to our fire one night. So you can probably guess what happened. But I had to go get a new one because I love the bag, and it's the one I use mainly for hunting in the early to mid-season up here in the Northeast. So let's take a closer look at this bag. Keep in mind while I'm showing you this bag, I'm going to compare it with some other bags too a little later on in this video. You can fast forward a little bit if you want. I'll put a chapter down there that shows where you can skip to compare the other bags. Also, look in the comments and the description of this video, because if you like this bag or any of the other bags I'm going to show you, you can go there and they're going to be Amazon links. You can just click on it. It'll bring you to 511 store on Amazon. You can buy it and you'll have this backpack in about 2 days. So this is their bag. Their Rush 72. This backpack is, they call this color kangaroo. It's sort of like a tannish color. And you can see it's a good sized bag. This is their 3-day assault bag, basically. It's their comparison to Condor's 3-day assault pack. And I find that this bag is the right size for what I do here hunting in the Northeast. It's a 55-liter bag. There are 3,300 cubic feet of space in this bag. It's 23 inches high. It's 13 inches wide. And it's 8.5 inches deep when it's filled and all extended. The bag is a good sized bag. It's a good sized bag, and the weight is excellent for the size of the bag. It's at a little over 5 pounds for this bag. Now, this bag, I'll show you some of the exterior features before we start getting into the inside of it. It is compatible with their tier system. So that means these MOLLE loops on the outside here can clip on, get their little clips, and you can clip it onto another bag and you can stack bags off this, which is kind of nice. I thought that was great when I started buying these bags, although I've never actually had to use it, but it's still a nice little feature to have. When you look at this bag, one of the first things you can notice is there are MOLLE loops all over this bag, and this is one of the great things that I love about tactical style bags for hunting over traditional hunting backpacks. There are so many options for customization on this bag with all these loops on the back, on the sides, up here towards the top. You can put bigger pouches on, you can put smaller pouches on, you can put water bottle pouches, and I love to have multiple pouches to keep my binoculars in, to keep my field dressing kit in, to keep extra gloves or clothes or my release from my bow. There are tons of different things you can do with all the pouches that you can add onto these backpacks. So that is one of my biggest selling points and why I use this backpack for hunting purposes. You can also see on the outside here, they have one of their standard things they do is they put a Velcro strip and a Velcro square down here, so you can put patches on there and customize your bag a little bit more if you want to. And let's see, let's get into a little bit about we can still do the outside of the backpack, I guess. On the back here, they have very nice padded straps, and there is a chest clip on here. The chest clip on a backpack is one of the things that I really love. It helps to keep your the shoulder straps tight on your back, and it just helps it from rattling around a lot and moving. So you have a really comfortable padded shoulder straps. Again, there's more MOLLE loops on these shoulder straps, so you can put a little radio pouch on here or a knife pouch for your multi-tool or anything like that. And you've got the clip as usual. And one thing I can tell you about these backpacks is, for using them over the years I've used them, is they build them with quality clips and quality stitching. Now, I'm not going to get into the specs of what type of material they use and if they double stitch them and the zippers and all that other stuff. I'm just going to tell you that I've been using their bags for, oh God, it's got to be almost 10 years now, maybe a little less. And I've never had a problem with the plastic clips breaking, even in extreme cold weather. I've never had a problem with the zippers breaking. I know on other bags I've had, the zippers tend to get caught on the little flap that waterproofs it. That does not happen with these 511 bags. And it's another reason why I keep going back to buy these bags. So on the back still here, you also have a nice weighted, waist belt. Again, there's more MOLLE loops on the waist belt for small pouches that you can put on there. I like to put a small pouch on here and keep my rangefinder in it, so when I'm hiking or walking through the woods, I have my rangefinder easily accessible. And this waist pouch, or this waist belt, I'm going to say, is, you know what? I was going to tell you it's removable. I'm glad I didn't, because it is not. I thought it was, but it is not. And there is a very nice padded back here, the part that rests against your back while you're carrying this bag. It has a nice thick padding in it, so it's comfortable to carry. Now, this pack is technically not an internal frame backpack, but there is a rigid plastic, I guess a support you want to call it, inside the bag. Now, I'm not going to take it out because I have removed it in my last bag. It's kind of a pain to do. I'm not going to take it out and show you, but the piece that's inside there is the whole size of the back of the bag, and it gives you a nice sturdy, rigid form to it. That's how it stands up, and you can't really mash the bag down. As we go back on the bag here, I'm going to show you the very first pouch, which I love on these bags. The top pouch is zippered and it is fleece lined, so it makes a great place to put your cell phone, a rangefinder, small pair of binoculars, anything you're kind of worried about getting scratched or damaged. And the zippers work great, and you've got that fleece lining in there, which I enjoy. It's a great thing they do on a lot of their bags. You've got a handle on here, which comes in handy when I'm up in the tree. I can put a little hook in the tree, and then I can hang my bag so I have access to everything. And I usually hang it a little bit lower than where I'm sitting, so I can reach down into my bag and get whatever out that I need to get. We're moving to the pouches on the outside now. Let's open up this first flap on the outside, and this is going to show you what they have for their like an admin pouch, I guess is what you want to call it. It's got places to put pens and pencils, and it's got a zippered pouch, a zippered mesh pouch up here on the top. What I like this bag for is the mesh pouches are a great place to store your toilet paper. The other little pouches are good places to put a knife or a pencil, flashlight, a pen to fill out your tags, your license, whatever. There is also a little clip on here so you can put your keys in there and tuck them down into the pouch. And on the inside of the flap, there's another little mesh pouch. I usually use this one for GoPro batteries or camera batteries, or make it a little bit easier to get to, and a nice little spot that keeps them easy to reach when I've got to change batteries in the woods. And we're going to zip that pouch back up. And one of the other features I like about this bag, I'm going to extend it a little bit. There's a little stuff pouch on this thing, and that's back here. So you can jam stuff down in here when you get ready to move again. You take a layer of clothes off, jam them down in here. There's little mesh sides on this, you can see, to keep everything inside there and keep it from falling out. And then you can cinch these straps tight, and it holds everything in place. It is a nice little compartment to store your coat when you get walking, or an extra layer of pants, or I mean anything like that. You can just jam down in there. It also makes a nice game bag if you're out for some small game hunting. And that reminds me of something I wanted to show you. Speaking of extra layer of clothes, on the bottom here, there's even a couple loops. And what I do is I will buy some compression straps. I'll put them through there. And when I'm hiking out into the woods, I'll take my overalls or my heavier coat, roll them up and put them underneath there and cinch it tight. And that way I have easy access to it when I get into my spot, so I don't have to wear my clothes in the woods and I don't have to sweat while I'm walking the 20-minute walk here on a state property to get to where I want to hunt. Up top, there is another nice little pouch up here. It has, again, another mesh zipper pouch on the inside of it. As you can see, there's pouches on top of pouches on top of pouches. And that is the main thing I love about these tactical bags. Most of the hunting bags I bought over the years just have a main compartment and maybe a couple smaller pouches. So it's not really conducive to carrying a lot of the small little trinkets that we carry in the woods. And when we go here on the sides, we take a look at the side pouches. This is a great pouch to put a water bottle in, or some food, or a thermos. That's kind of what I use these side pouches for. There's one on the right side, also one on the left side. And now that brings us to the big main compartment here. Now this bag has a ton of room in it for storing all of your stuff. You can see we open it up here. It has a very large main compartment. Up top here, there is a padded pouch that is made for putting a laptop in if you're going to use this as some sort of travel bag. So you've got your padded pouch here with a security strap for a laptop. On the inside of the flap, again, there is more zippered pouches here. There is 2 mesh pouches and one that is not a mesh pouch. Again, they're perfect for putting stuff in there. You can see what's in there. Extra pair of gloves, extra hat, extra socks, hand warmers, that kind of stuff. And you've got quite a bit of space in this bag as it opens up pretty large. Now, a couple of the other little features I like about this bag that are kind of not as readily apparent is there's a little hidden compartment on the outside here. It Velcro's open. You can see inside there. This is one of their carry pouches that they have, and I've seen this in a couple of their other bags too. It's got Velcro on the inside, so you can Velcro a holster in there, so you have quick access to a sidearm that you can put inside here. It also doubles as a nice big pouch for extra clothes or whatever. It's a good size pouch. On the back here, I missed this one when we were talking about the back, but if you look here, it unzips where the mesh is. Inside here is where you can put a hydration bladder. If I open up this side, that shows you the doubler that I talked about that's in there. I'm going to close that back up again. But you can put a hydration bladder in here, and there is a hole in the top of this thing so you can pull the bladder or the straw out, run it along your pack straps, and you have your hydration right there in your backpack, which makes it nice for any long hikes that you want to do. And I think that is probably everything I can tell you about this backpack. It is a fantastic bag. It's crafted with quality. They take pride in the work that they do. But what I want to do now is I want to show you this bag compared to a bag that's a little bit bigger and a bag that's a little bit smaller. So let's do that. Let's take a look at a couple other 511 bags. So we took a good in-depth look at the Rush 72 bag. And now we're going to take a quicker look at a smaller bag and also a bigger bag, so you can get a little bit of idea comparison on bag sizes and some of the features. Now, again, remember, I'm going to put a link to all of these bags in the comments in the description. So if any of these bags are something that you want to check out those links, click on them. It'll bring you right to 511's site on Amazon, and you can get whichever one you want to get. So first thing we want to look at is, let's look at a smaller bag. This is their Rush 12. It is a great little day bag, and you're going to find that there are a lot of the same features in this bag that you're going to find in the Rush 72, except it's just a little bit more smaller and compact. This color is what they call their double tap color. It is like a black and a dark gray. This other bag, the Rush 72, comes in this color as well. And all their bags, as a matter of fact, come in, I don't know how many different colors they come in. I think it's maybe 3 or 4 different colors. This bag is a little bit cheaper. I believe, if I remember correctly, this bag is $120. compared to $190 for the Rush 72. But it is a great little backpack. It makes a nice bag for early season hunting when you don't have a lot of extra clothes to bring. It makes a perfect little gym bag, which is mainly what I use this one for these days. But you can see the size comparison between the two. It is definitely a smaller bag, but it has a lot of the same features packed into it. Now, let's take a look at one of their big honking bags that they have. Oh, before we get there, if you want to see a review I did on this bag, I'm going to link it up in the upper right-hand corner of this video, so you can click on that and you can check an in-depth review on that Rush 12 bag. And now let's take a look at their Rush 100 bag. As you can see, this thing is quite a bit larger than the Rush 72. It holds almost the same amount of space inside as this one has. It's not that much bigger space-wise. It's only about another, I think, 350 cubic inches bigger in this bag. And it only weighs about 1/4 of a pound more than the Rush 72 does. But you can see it's a much bigger bag. It has a few less MOLLE pouches or MOLLE loops on the outside, but there are a lot of great features in this bag if you are looking for a bigger bag to go on a bigger hunt. And that's exactly why I bought this bag. I did an archery elk hunt in Montana a couple years ago, so I bought this bag to take on this hunt. And for a bag that I had to carry around on my back all day, every day for 5 days or 6 days straight, it is a very comfortable bag. It is way more expensive, though, at $260. It's about $70 more expensive than the Rush 72, but this Rush 100 bag is a great bag as well. And again, if you want to see a review video I did on this Rush 100 bag, I'm going to link that in the upper right-hand corner, so you can click on it, and you can check out this bag a little bit more in depth than what we're talking about now. So I think that is all I can show you about this Rush 72 bag, and a smaller bag and a bigger bag that'll give you an idea of some of the options you have with 511 Tactical. They've been a great company to deal with over the last, I don't know how many years. I've stopped in their stores before. They have awesome stores with some great products in them. I am a huge fan of all of their backpacks and their bags. I will have more videos coming out of some other bags that I have too. So stay tuned and look for those. But I want to thank you for coming. Remember, check out the comments and the description, because you can find links to go buy one of these bags yourself. I will see you on the next video, and until then, I wish you nothing but tight lines and short blood trails. Thanks for watching.